Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to PSGL F5. We are here tonight for another race. It is round number 8. We are into the business end of the championship and we are here at Spa-Francorchamps, the 7 km circuit, the longest on the F1 calendar. Last week we were at the second longest in the form of Saudi Arabia. Once again I am joined by Brendan for tonight's commentary. How are you doing?
I am doing very well tonight. Obviously I wasn't able to be here for Saudi Arabian Grand Prix last week.
You weren't here last week. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but I am here for what is, in my opinion, well, a better track anyway. It's longer, better, and pretty much what you'd say, most would say, the best in Formula 1.
Brendan will be fanboying over Spa all night. That's just a warning. So enjoy that for the rest of the evening. But we are here at Spa-Francorchamps, the 20 corners of Spa, based in the Ardennes Forest in Belgium, of course. Fun fact about the Ardennes Forest: it is the region that gets the most rain in Belgium, and it rained here at the Belgian Grand Prix for 20 years in a row. That's one of my facts used very early, so enjoy that one. Championship standings, will run you through them. It is still Bjorn leading by 17 points, so his lead is still intact with the failure of Marcel to win last week. But Stefano is now in second after his win in Saudi Arabia. Of course, the podium was Stefano, Sanchez and Roof Gaming, picking up a first podium of the season last week in hectic Saudi Arabia. Marcel in third, then Sanchez moves up to fourth, and Yogurt moving up to fifth. In the constructors, it is Haas leading the way by 10 points, ahead of Williams, Alfa Romeo, Alpine and Aston Martin. So, a lot to play for tonight. Still, a lot could happen in this season. It's not done and dusted yet, especially with no Bjorn for this race and the next 3 after it.
And I've seen that Yogurt already practicing the esports line into Puon, so that's still a thing anyway.
That is still a thing. That is definitely still a thing. We are looking at little blocks right now. He's replacing Bjorn for tonight in the Haas team. He had an okay race in Saudi Arabia, was nothing as impressive as his Hungary debut, but he is here in Saudi Arabia. And Brendan, will we go on board with him for a lap?
Yep.
And I'm sure you would only just love to commentate this one.
Hold on, I need to find him first. Third. So into the source, important to get your braking here, right? And then your exit is very important now, because you don't get another braking zone for a long time yet. Now up a rouge, just make sure you pick your line right. Don't try getting dumb invalidation and then pass radial. Get the DRS and you're going to get a beautiful tow here from, well, he's not really taking the tow actually. He's just going to keep to the racing line. And now braking for Puon, you just need to pick your line, ensure you can really carry the speed out here. Oh, and it's invalid. And that is the problem with Spa sometimes. You're trying to push so much and then it's just slightly away.
Yogurt has also validated his lap time. He was the first to start a lap. It is the Ferraris up next of Lakitu and Barril. Barril actually having a bit of a spin there in the midsection. But Lakitu still up and running. We'll see what he can do. Down towards Blanchimont. This is the first corner. Oh no, sorry, he's backed out, and I didn't mean to say first corner. This is the first lap, but it won't be. He has backed off his time. That means it will be black boxed now. He's on an out lap as well. A lot of mistakes early on here in qualifying. Does this mean the first man who will set a lap will be Marcel? It is. To Blanchimont on board with the Alfa Romeo. He's in 8th gear. Down towards the bus stop chicane, of course, refurbed recently enough. As is Spa right now being refurbed. To the line, the banker time is a 1:42.5. That is what everyone is going to have to beat. Ewan Baker invalidated his lap time, so he won't be setting it. Luke and Nick to the line, also invalidating, although he did a 41.8, so that is a good time. It will be an Alfa Romeo 1-2 prematurely, as Zane pops himself into second position. McLaren up next. That is just to start a lap. That is Bugatti starting a lap. Next man to complete their lap time will be the man who won last week, Stefano, on the mediums. Can he go to pole? No, he cannot. It will only be third. And the lowest set time so far, Roof Gaming will beat that banker. It's a 42-2 for Roof Gaming. Pro Gamer goes into the pit lane. A lot of mistakes on their first laps here is the impression I'm getting. Not a lot of times being set.
Yeah.
Because Yogurt's made a mistake on his second lap. That's invalid as well.
Yeah, Eamon Baker also taking e-sport lines. So Atari has clearly done their homework in terms of what lines to take for this track anyway.
By the way, if you do wonder what we mean by the esports line, we'll run through it quickly here. Is the McLaren going to take it? That's what we'll be seeing. No, he's not, but basically, if we go back up here to Zane, okay, he's passed it, so we will get you an example in a moment when somebody approaches Puhan. Stefano, here he is. Basically, the esports line, here it is. He's doing an example of it. That is what we mean. Seemingly, that is quicker. I can never tell how, but that is what we mean if you hear the esports line. Black Box goes to third position with a 42.8. Decent lap. He'll be hoping to improve, as that's not going to hold out too well when the quicker guys start setting their times. Next man to come across the line to set a lap will be Bugatti. He is still on a valid run down towards the bus stop. Taking it in second gear, not short shifting, just taking it nice and smooth, and almost with a bit of a spin there. But Bugatti to the line for McLaren, only good enough for fourth. And 6/10 off the pole of Roof Gaming. Still only 7 times here today. Luke and Nick will be the next man. No, he won't. He is very, very slow and seems like he's run out of fuel there.
Yep. Honestly, at Spa, you can really lower the fuel down. 2.2 laps is the lowest you can go. So that means for just the one run, you just be pretty much on the minimum you need.
Running on fumes is literally the case, almost. Running on
probably
fumes.
On fumes across the line or something.
Probably.
Obviously, it's a long way back if you obviously don't have fuel, because it's a 7-kilometer circuit, or 6.999 if you want to take the perfect line.
Is it? I have 7.004 wrote down my notes, so you're ahead of me.
You can shave off 5 meters if you take the perfect line.
That's interesting.
I believe I got that fact from some random Red Bull video.
Oh, Axel invalidating that. But that is actually a genuinely interesting fact. I did not know that about the second. In my notes I have beside me, I have 7.004. Yeah, I imagine you can do that with every track, just depending on what lines you take. We'll pop down here to Sancho. We'll see, will he manage to take a couple of meters off his lap time as he heads down the Kemmel Straight towards the Lakeholme chicane. That's a purple sector 1 for Sancho. He has been very good in recent races. Had a fantastic race in Austria. Sadly was ended with a spin. Saudi Arabia though, he ended with a podium. Second position for the Alpine. Heads down through Tornado Bruxelles. Now down towards Puhan. This is a fairly decent time so far for Sancho. He's making light work of the up and down, very roller coaster-esque circuit that is Spa-Francorchamps. Down through campus and now towards Stavelot. Needs to be careful on exit there. Nails it. Quite frankly, nails it. Down towards Blanchimont. We're flat all the way to the bus stop here. It's really just about what line you take is what will gain you the lap time. Hooks it in. Takes a bit of curb. Heading down towards the bus stop now. Final 2 corners of 20. Into the final corner. Just straighten out the exit. This is a good lap. Surely pole. It is not pole. It is 3/10 off. It is almost 4/10 off. So that is Sancho 4/10 off pole with a decent time. Pole is looking very slow today compared to the standards that have been set so far in this championship. 42.2. Thought we would have gotten to the 41s.
I want to see what Yogurt does here. See, he's taking that line, and well, he's been pushing it anyway.
Pro Gamer, it's an Aston Martin 1-2. Pro Gamer manages to pop it up to second spot. That's a great lap from Pro Gamer, and here comes his teammate to start another lap. We'll stick with Yogurt. We are on board the AlphaTauri. Not the best camera angle in the world. There we go.
He's at 2. He's definitely on for a provisional pole lap here.
Yogurt, always very quick in qualifying. Always very quick in qualifying is the AlphaTauri. It's been the races where he's struggling. We're not in the race now as he heads through Blanchimont, the 75 AlphaTauri, to the bus stop chicane. Just needs to nail these corners. And surely this will be provisional pole. This has been a great lap to the line. It is a 42 flat. That is a really nice time. Hasn't taken a pole this season, as the AlphaTauri has taken a 5 pole. That's a great lap from Toxic Tomato. Of course, Austria he didn't get a lap in. Saudi Arabia he crashed on his first lap. But that is a really good confidence booster for the McLaren man. Look at Roof Gaming. He's taken this interesting line through Pujon as well. Down to 7th gear. Hope the car sticks. It does stick on this occasion. Lakitu has gone 4th. Marcel has gone 2nd. We're still with Roof Gaming. Here as he enters campus in the middle sector. 6 minutes 41. The car's gone. Into the wall and out goes the Aston Martin.
Not even the Formula 1 game can Aston Martin fans have a good time.
And he had the pace today, but that will be a bit of a setback. Roof Gaming out of qualifying very early as well. That's not even on his final run, so he definitely could improve. Baril kicks up a load of dust there on the exit of campus into Stavalo. Oh, kicks up more. Unsure what's gone on there, but he's completely covered the camera in some sort of dust. We actually can't see him now. We're going to have to go for the onboard camera through Blanchimont. Some camera issues. Stefano beats Yogurt's lap by 0.010. Really nice lap there. Baril into the final section of the bus stop. Pin the throttle to the line. It will be 4th for the Ferrari man. Not a bad time, and the times are really starting to clock over now. Little blocks next for Haas. Let's go through Pujon. Fairly decent speed, fairly decent corner speed. Campus next. Need to be really careful on these curbs, as we've seen the Aston Martin get thrown off and into the wall.
I think this will probably end up in the midfield somewhere.
It's not too impressive. The sector splits, not going purple.
Depending on what Yogurt had, because that was the time I noticed. I would say could be anywhere probably from P5 to P9.
Well, here we go. We'll find out now. It's not too quick across the line. And he has slowed. He slowed down.
Don't think he wanted to start in them tyres.
No, must have destroyed them ones. He slows down, clocks a 1:43. He'll definitely be beaten, and he won't start in them tyres anyways, as he's not in the top 10. Stefano setting the pace once again. Set the pace in Saudi Arabia. Took the race win there, setting the pace once again. It was a great race win. No one looked like beating him for the whole race. Even Bjorn has had troubles on his race wins. The 4 he has got in 8 rounds. But Stefano was just faultless.
Oh, that's the way it looks like. As in last week, a faultless win. So he could be a championship contender with Bjorn's absence still.
He is. He's only 17 points off the championship lead.
That would be very good news for him. And you'll see an opportunity as Darrell Smith spun an out lap and has damaged his wing.
Oh no, not good for the Williams.
That was an unnecessary mistake.
Oh, not good for the Williams. He hasn't set a lap yet today. He has not set one yet today. The Williams has no front wing. That's the same point we see in Roof Gaming go off. And there is only 3 minutes 25 left in qualifying. It's going to be a big stretch to see if this Williams gets a lap in.
Around 3 minutes left. He might just about get back in.
Yeah, pushing Blanchimont, running wide there, touching a Red Bull who was actually sitting on the circuit. Into the bus stop. And into the pit lane goes the Irishman. This will be a big stretch to see if that Williams can get out on track. The Red Bull, who he did pass, was Axel. He hasn't set a lap either. However, he has a front wing, and he's heading through turn number 1. 2 minutes 41 left in qualifying here for the Belgian Grand Prix. If you're just joining us, we are live for the F5 tier of PSGL around Spa-Francorchamps. Here comes Axel down the Campbell Straight. Down towards the Lake Home chicane, staying somewhat in the middle of the track. It's an odd line we don't normally see, but he might have found something. Into Lake Home, brilliant onboard shot now. You can just see perfectly how that car is handling. It's handled well through turn number 9. And down towards No Name. You know, this isn't a bad lap for Axel. I haven't seen the sector times, but it doesn't look too bad from a visual perspective. Into Pujon.
Looks very stable anyway.
It's very stable. This Red Bull's on rails. It might be a really good race setup that he's running, as it has got much duller here. The temperatures have cooled down a bit, so cars running more stable setups will really benefit from these cooler conditions. Through Stavelot, this Red Bull has just lit up the second sector.
It's not going to be anywhere near pole. I can tell you that for sure.
It's not going to be anywhere near pole. Well, this is not bad. Might break the top 10.
Yeah, I think it'd be a decent enough time, but I don't think it's like
struggle in the first sector. Definitely didn't in the middle. The car looked very smooth through there, and around the final corner, a little bit of a rear kick out. It will only be 13th. That's disappointing in the end, but we now focus on the battle for pole. Yogurt is invalidated.
But he's another chance.
Marcel is pushing. Or is he? This seems very slow in the middle sector. Yeah, I don't think he's pushing on this lap.
No ERS being used.
Yeah, he's not pushing because this second sector is miles off. Stefano has started his lap as well. He is on provisional pole. Toxic Tomato down to turn 1. Pro Gamer can't improve. Zane has improved. He has gone up to 8th spot. Needs to get out of the way of that turn 1 fairly quickly. Lakisu invalidated. Black Box is purple in the second sector. Not sure how legitimate that is, but he is purple in the second sector. Round through Blanchimont comes to Mercedes. It has got very dull here in Belgium.
Borrell's validated. He's out with a running, I'd say.
Yep, that is Borrell out of the running. Here comes Black Box to the line. He only improves by a 10th of a second. Nothing in it there. Marcel heads up Eau Rouge and Radion. That car so smooth through Eau Rouge and Radion. Baril pushing to try and make the start-finish line. However, he won't do that. Yogurt is improving by just enough in Sector 1. He's 0.030 up, but that is just enough to beat Stefano. Down towards Pujon, you can see taking that little bit of green asphalt on the outside to get a better entrance into here. He has got the better entrance. He is still up on his time. He needs a massive middle sector because Stefano in the Williams is improving also, but not by a lot. Into the bus stop goes Stefano to try keep his pole position. Needs to gain a lot through here because Yogurt is also improving. Across the line goes Stefano, beats his time by 0.033. That looks just enough so far, but this could get really close across the line. Yogurt through Blanchimont, the Alpha Tauri, number 75, of course, as we said. Into the bus stop, needs to nail the exit here. He's smooth through. Luke and Nick beats the pole at the end. That's a massive lap, and that's come from nowhere. He was down the order. He was miles down the order. He was last, in fact, and he's beaten it at the death. Luke and Nick takes pole in Belgium. Marcel can't improve. Dara Smith could still jump up the order, but I don't think he's on a pole lap. Through the final corner, no, he isn't on a pole lap. He's gone 8th, in fairness to him. He has gone 8th. Bugatti enters the pit lane and Axel nowhere near. That's come out of absolutely nowhere.
Yep. Sometimes the best laps are the end. Or just the ones you don't even know. You never even mention them. like we probably
I
mentioned him
seen he
once.
invalidated his first lap with a 41.8, but I assumed that was just due to corner cutting. He's improved it to a 41.7, and Luke and Nick takes his first pole position of the season, Mercedes' first pole position of the season, with a lap that has come out of absolutely nowhere. But that is the art of Formula 1. He's nailed it when everyone else couldn't, and he has smashed what we thought would be the pole time from Stefano.
Yeah, Stefano thought he'd be the only one in the 41s, but then you just see the fastest lap, Luke and Nick, 141.771. Now you have to wonder whether he can keep this up for 22 laps.
If he can keep this up for 22 laps, what an impressive win it would be, because he has pace on the field.
Yep,
And
although
I'm sure a certain Bjorn, if he's watching, will be absolutely loving the fact it's not his championship rivals on pole. It is Luke and Nick out of nowhere. Luke and Nick starts on pole ahead of the German Stefano. Yogurt starts in third, Marcel fourth, Baril fifth, Toxic Tomato in sixth, Roof Gaming in seventh, Dower Smith eighth, Pro Gamer ninth, Zane 10th, Lakitu starts on the fringe of the top 10 in 11th, E1 Baker 12th, Sancho is, after a podium last week, starts 13th, Black Box 14th. Of course, Roof Gaming had that crash in qualifying, and will still start 7th, so we need to watch for him as well.
Yep, that is the thing, he never really got a chance to improve his time, so it's a case of he could well be out of place. As I believe I've noticed on the, like, just the pictures they put up on the loading screen, it looks like there's tyre tracks of someone who's had a bit of a spin at the first part of the comp, the right-hander.
Could be.
Yeah, somebody, just on the little pictures, the tyre tracks, someone's veered off.
Someone has made a mistake. Brendan, who's winning the Belgian Grand Prix?
Well, you could argue that, well, it might be whoever manages to get that little slice of luck. It might be a safety car, timing, or it could even just be whoever is able to get in front in the last, or is able to get the slipstream for the last run up to the cone.
Of course, I'd like to remind you, back to season 28 here in the F5 tier, Santeri and Cortez crashed on the final lap while battling for the race lead, exactly where Brendan is talking about. Anything is possible here in F5, and we normally get a whole bunch of drama. The bottom guy is all on the mediums, apart from Black Box. He opts for the softs, and it is a very simple one-stop soft, medium, medium, soft around here, so absolutely no troubles in terms of the tyres. That is for sure.
Well, obviously, Black Box is probably thinking if there's an early safety car, he won't be in as much trouble as anyone in mediums. Plus, he can gain some places off the start.
And I don't mean to be mean here, but if he gets damaged or crashes, he's in a much safer place, because he can pit onto a set of mediums and go to the end of the race.
Yeah, that would probably be just in the back, probably would have been in the front of his mind actually, when thinking about it now. Obviously, the others are thinking, we can maybe go a bit longer. If somebody makes a mistake, then we'll be brought right into this race. Honestly, it's bad. Slipstream is everything. You need to keep with the other cars. So the guy in front of you, you must be within his DRS zone, and keep there until at least lap 3, and then let the DRS do the work. But even then, in sector 2, you must have to do something. And if your tyres start to drop off, it could be curtains for your race, even if you're much better on the different compounded tyre.
Anyways, we line up on the grid for the Belgian Grand Prix. This race could be crucial in terms of the championship, because Stefano could do with a win here to go within 1 point of Bjorn, who isn't here tonight, unfortunately. Still out with injury. Little Blocks will line us up on the grid. He didn't improve on that lap we've seen that he backed off on, which is slightly peculiar, but he is here nevertheless. Lines up on the grid to go here in Belgium. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying. Leave a comment for who you're cheering. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we go racing in Belgium. That's a very quick reaction time from Stefano on the outside. He's going to be looking for the lead here. Into turn 1, Luke and Nick defends the inside. Nails is braking. That's good. But as we head up Eau Rouge, definitely things are going to get interesting. It's side by side between Jogert and Stefano. Is one of these going to back out? It looks like Jogert will have to. He does slot in behind the Williams. Everyone safely through Lake Home, but here's the slipstream. Here comes Jogert to the inside. AlphaTauri versus Williams. Luke and Nick weaving. You could just see there behind them. That's Codemasters with some terrible camera angles. Stefano takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix past Luke and Nick. What a great move round the outside. 5-second penalty for someone as well. But Stefano is trying to pull away a bit of a gap because Jogert's gone down the inside into Brussels and makes the move stick.
Oh, Stefano with a little bit kick of oversteer there. And look at them using the line. Luke and Nick is not. So that is the difference between someone.
Look at Toxic Tomato, he's down a spot. Roof Gaming gaining one, but Toxic Tomato really on the back of him, so something probably happened there. It doesn't look like it's a pace issue for the McLaren. Luke and Nick unfortunately getting blitzed on lap 1 by the front 2 now. Stefano leads here in Belgium. He needs to try pull away from Jogert. He did it in Saudi Arabia. Needs to do it again down the order. It is 8 places lost for Pro Gamer and the front wing for the Aston Martin. Definitely some damage there, really slow through Stavilo. Luke and Nick is looking on the back of Jogert. He's not giving up this race lead just yet. He needs to battle a little bit harder as Toxic Tomato pushes the Aston Martin over the curbs of the bus stop. And this is where it gets messy because Black Box is on the inside and Lakitu is right behind. But it looks like Black Box will have that move fairly comfortably. Bit of a dive bomb from Sanchoiz. Needs to make some places back. And there's a bit of contact and he's almost been sent round. Ewan Baker looking to McLaren off at the apex as well. Back up the front though. Nick sadly has fallen off the back of Jogert and doesn't look like he'll be making a move anytime soon until the DRS kicks in.
Yep, and I think we've got a little break in the bunch between the top 5 and the rest.
Toxic Tomato already a second back from Baril. He's lost no spots. Black Box has gained 6. So he was the man who started on the softs. It has worked out. He's up to 8th position now for Mercedes. Mercedes having a good showing so far. Would like to break into that top 5 in the championship. Not there right now, but it's looking good for a good points haul.
Nick is struggling here to keep up with the top 2.
I don't think Luke and Nick has the race pace that Stefano and Jogert had. As that is... Oh, that's a spin! That's Toxic Tomato gone round in the McLaren, and it was a mistake of himself. We said he was struggling. He has made the mistake, and he has spun around. That is very unfortunate for him. But Luke and Nick out of DRS already. He's going to be under real pressure from Marcel behind once Marcel gets a bit of DRS.
It won't come on this start-finish straight, but it will come up on the big straight.
He'll get it on the run down to Lake Home.
Braking. He just needs to keep within this.
Luke and Nick's got it back, actually. Luke and Nick has broken back into that 1 second. There's going to be a real tussle here, though, because Jogert is within 3/10 of race leader Stefano for Williams. Up Eau Rouge we go. Onto the Camel Straight. Here comes Jogert. He's gaining. It's going to be the outside. Surely Stefano defends the inside, but Jogert just has the straight line speed. Absolutely no defence there for the Williams. Jogert now needs to try pull away, because if not, that exact thing will happen to him. And very loose through that corner there. That AlphaTauri not running as well as it seems.
Honestly, it could be downforce levels. Maybe he needs, feels like the straight line speed on the straights might be worth that and then struggle in the corner.
He's definitely struggling through Lake Combe. Absolutely not struggling through Pujon. Look at that for the AlphaTauri. It runs a bit wide though.
Yeah.
Maybe that was not the time to be bigging him up. But we did it, and well, it's happened. Marcel, oh no, look at Nick, all out of shape there, and this is going to put him under some real pressure now. This is going to put him under some real pressure. He made that mistake. He's almost fallen out of a second Toxic Tomato, picking up a 3-second time penalty. That puts him in an even worse position than he's already in. He's at the back of this queue, but still with the queue, more importantly. So, he could still gain. Here comes Marcel. Not close enough yet. And it seems like Stefano will be able to get back past Yogurt down the Camel Straight. He's having a game of DRS ping pong by the looks of it. Just gonna slingshot past each other as we head up Eau Rouge for the 4th time out of 22. Very little laps here, but that is due to the very long circuit that Spa-Francorchamps is. We're on board with the Williams and Stefano now. Is he gonna gain? I don't think he's going to gain enough here. Yogurt might just be safe unless he sends one into the braking zone. He lifts off the throttle. Doesn't fancy it. Oh, Dara Smith is being blitzed on the straight by the two Mercedes-powered cars, and Roof Gaming pushes Black Box off the circuit, enters the grass himself. What are you doing there, Roof Gaming? He has completely made a meal of that into the braking zone. Completely messed up the move on Black Box, and now he is battling with Ewan Baker for 11th position, with a McLaren on his inside of Bugatti as well. He's down to 13th. In a matter of moments, he has gone from battling for 6th down to 13th. In the space of a few corners, it could be even worse as Axel to the inside of Pujon. They've made contact. The Aston Martin sent off the circuit, and the Hassel-Lickel block's now going to possibly look for a move. Roof Gaming gonna just settle in behind, and that's gone very wrong for the Aston Martin.
Yep, it's got a bit ornery there. Yeah, probably won't be too happy with that. So, you probably will find a very well, Aston Martin would be fairly impatient to get back up by now anyway. As you may see him go for a move, see, it'll be from a little further back than normal.
Although he's being attacked now from Nickel Blocks. Nickel Blocks almost going for the move. The Haasman has gained 2 spots, but that's just due to 2 crashes. He has not made an overtake yet this race. He'll be looking to do it. This front train, all just slipstreaming each other down the straight. Where back here, these guys want the positions. Lukitu looking for the spot on Dara Smith, but he could find himself under even more pressure from this man, Zane, behind. There is a battle for the lead, though. It is another DRS overtake, so there's no issues there. Dara Smith flies past Black Box to the inside, and Lakitu's got past him as well. Oh, that was close on the outside. Real reminiscent of Mika Hakkinen there, but once again, Lakitu has really struggled. Sanchowitz to the inside now. He's gone for a dive bomb. And he has made it work. Lakitu still on the outside of E1 Baker. He's now on the inside, and there's a bit of contact, and the AlphaTauri might have just gone in the wall.
I think it just about avoided it.
Oh, Bugatti's gone all out of shape as well, through Pujon. It's chaos here.
What you tell you, the one person goes for a move and all hell will break loose. So believe that. E1 Baker hit the back of someone. Or was that a Red Bull?
Look at this. Roof Gaming has lost a spot to Nickel Blocks now through all this. Dara Smith finds himself in a very comfortable spot at the front of the Black Box. They're not back here in this chaos. This chaos has all now formed once again into a train. And that is the nature of Spa-Francorchamps. Marcel's got the move done on Luke and Nick now. He finds himself up onto the provisional podium and will be attacking the front runners, Ewan Baker and Lakitu. Ewan's off the track again. That AlphaTauri spent more times in the runoff after being pushed off than he has on the circuit. It's a 3 wide down into La Source. Axel just backs off. Clever driving from the Red Bull. The AlphaTauri, though, sends it down the inside. Now, he might struggle down this Camel Straight as he is not in DRS of the car in front. Up Eau Rouge, up ready on. Ready on. The second bit of that corner is, everybody probably knows by now due to the meme, there is all changing up the front here. It's a 3 wide between Black Box, Dara Smith and Zane. Black Box gets the move. The Williams is still on the inside of Zane, and he has got the move done now. There was a lot of swapping up here, but real past Luke and Nick, and the race lead has changed again. It's Lakitu. After all that, he was battling with Kewon Baker. We could see a collision coming. And,
God, that's a Red Bull.
oh no, and Axel's gone as well, and now we've a full course safety car. It's all changed in a matter of moments.
I think that's kind of messed up the strategy for some people here.
Definitely will.
It's the perfect timing for those on the softs to switch.
It is perfect timing. Oh, Roof Game, he's got a drive through. He's got a drive-through time penalty. He's down at 14th, and of course that can't be served under safety car. Now, let's see. Obviously, these front runners are going to pit here, surely, Brendan? Yeah, into the pit lane.
Yeah.
And
All soft runners will be in. The medium runners, not sure what they will be doing. It'll probably depend on personal choice.
Yep, if some feel comfortable on the hard. Well, Sanchez has gone in, so has Bugatti, E1, little blocks. I imagine Lakitu might have done. No, Lakitu stays out, and he will lead the Belgian Grand Prix. Needs to try something after that spin, so look at him shoot up the timing tower.
I think he would have double stacked. Maybe
no, he won't. He'll go second. He'll go third. He'll just get out in front of his teammate. And Lakitu will go fourth in the Belgian Grand Prix.
Might be worth pitting, because I think he'll get swallowed up.
He probably will.
Why is... Am I tripping? Or some of them... went on the same tire before?
I don't think so. There was a couple already on... There's a couple already on softs, but a couple of people are going to try and get softs to the end, and that's a bit of a gamble.
But you might get another safety car. Maybe that's the...
Only man going for the hard tyres is Sanchez. So... Sanchez with work to do to try and get them to the end, because they won't be nearly on pace. But Brendan, will those softs go to the end?
I doubt they'll be in any sort of good condition, but maybe with another potential safety car, it might. But this way, I think with hards, they just wouldn't have the pace at all to compete against mediums. So
it'll be difficult. 2 Ferraris though. That's going to be a real pickle, because obviously Barril won't want to just send one on his teammate, but he also kind of needs to. The medium runner's definitely going to get to the end here, I presume. I will take that as a yes.
Well, yeah, they should get to the end. I mean, there's an obvious question. The mediums will survive anyway. Well, except for Lakitu, but he's got the pit anyways. Oh, we got some others in the pits.
Yeah, some others in the pits. Those guys who are all those, they're not getting the softs to the end. They're just changing their tyres to go back on the mediums.
Good call, to be honest. You're not.
It's clever. It's a clever call.
Oh god, you can. Actually, that's a perfect split between mediums on one in the top half.
It is! Okay, that actually looks really cool.
Yep, poor Sancho is the small filling in a rather large sandwich.
Sancho is going to be in a bit of a mess to the end of this race because, well, he is now the only driver, apart from Lakitu, who is not on fresh mediums. And he's not even on mediums, he's on hards, he's not even on softs. It's going to be a nightmare stint to this from Sancho, unless his pace is really good on the hards.
Well, I suppose they'll find their grip eventually. And with slipstream, you can probably make it somewhat work. It means it does get more track position.
It does get track position, but honestly, I would like to think that he will struggle here unless the tyres are completely different to what everyone else and us imagine. Safety car will be in this lap, I presume, as we head into sector 3.
Here it'll be in probably once we get to past the
safety car line is about now, and there it is. Safety car in this lap. Yogurt will lead us away for the first safety car period here in Belgium. This could be a bit chaotic. Stefano right on the AlphaTauri's tail. Oh, penalty! Lickle blocks, 5 seconds for severe collision with E1 Baker. Just remember, Roof Gaming has that drive-through to serve as well. He needs to do that within 3 laps of going green. E1 and Lickle Blocks having some sort of an issue down the back there, but we stick with the AlphaTauri as he heads through the bus stop. Surely on exit we will go racing, and now we go racing back in Belgium. What a great restart by Yogurt, but it looks like Luca Nick has found himself in some trouble. He has found himself in some big trouble. He's down to 12th. Whatever's happened there, could be a spin, could be a bit of contact, but Yogurt leads here in Spa. Stefano gonna try get the run down the Camel straight, but I don't think he'll have enough here unless he burns all his battery, which he's not going to do. He's not going to be close enough now as we pop back down through the cars. Nobody really close enough for a move. Bugatti being the only one who could look for a move, but because everyone has slipstream, nobody can make a move as it is just a stalemate. Yogurt almost pulling Stefano out of DRS. That would be huge. He is out of DRS. This could be absolutely massive for Yogurt if he could pull Stefano out of the DRS. It's down to Pujon. The gap closes a little bit. Sancho is holding on well so far. Still in 8th spot on those hard tyres. They are holding on well. Baril needs to get past his teammate fairly soon. Lakitu hasn't made his pit stop yet, and it's honestly been a bit of a mistake because he kind of needed to, as everybody else in the mediums did. They lost some track position from it, yes, but it was the correct call. Here comes Baril. He's going to go down the inside of his teammate into the bus stop chicane. His teammate not letting him through just yet. They are battling, the two Ferraris. Baril versus Lakitu. Baril gets the traction and surely will have this one. Lakitu looks for the move but doesn't go for it.
And look at the pull away there on traction. Although Lakitu will probably get more of a slipstream from his teammate than Baril will have from Marcel ahead. Although it looks like the top guys are split out a bit, and looks like Yogurt's
pulled Stefano out of DRS. That could be huge for the end of this race.
Unless maybe another safety car does come at some point, which it could, given the proximity of a lot of drivers.
It could easily come. We've had incidents today. Only one safety car. We have 12 laps to go here. Still not halfway through this Grand Prix. So we definitely could get another. But Yogurt's pace on these mediums is absolutely clear of Stefano behind. 1.7 seconds now, the gap between these two. And that is a massive gap for PSGL standards. Just been thrown up by Marcel. He is out of DRS of Stefano as well, but Baril is kept with him, and he still has DRS. So Baril doing just enough here, where Marcel isn't able to keep with Stefano, who isn't able to keep with Yogurt. So Yogurt's pace is clear of everybody really on the field. There's a big puff of smoke on the entrance into the bus stop chicane. That's very peculiar. Unsure to what's the cause of that, but there is just a bit of smoke. As Roof Gaming comes in to serve his drive-through time penalty. Gap is now 2 seconds up the front. That's massive.
It says Yogurt, you probably had the race set up all along.
He does.
Or just maybe the ability to translate pace.
Oh, look, blocks us out, and that's miles down the field. It is a safety car once again, which is unfortunate. Because we had a good race in our hands, but that is miles down the field where he has crashed, and Yogurt is going to be kicking himself.
Again, anyone for the soft tires? I'd say
make the end from here.
I'd say Sancho is go in and get them, because it'll probably work out better than the hard one.
It definitely will.
Although I think he's actually gained the place, or is he? Yeah, he's gained one place.
He has gained a place, yes he has. So, fair play.
I suppose it was working, and also he would have them up to temperature.
So, it has worked. I imagine the front runners are all going to stay out here. Let's see. The key to will surely pit, and so will Sanchez. The key to hasn't made his pit stop yet, so this would be a smart time to do it. Yes, into the pit lane. Yogurt has pit as well. Our race leader, Brendan, is into the pit lane.
Yeah, I think the softs, to provide that much more grip, it might just be worth it.
But will track position surely not be more important? There's a lot of people into the pit lane, apart from our top four.
I think that
oh, Yogurt's hit the wall! Oh, he's hit the wall of the pit exit! Oh no, it's the bottle once again.
What in the name was that bottle?
Yogurt has been known for his F5 career to just make those crucial mistakes. It's happened again.
That was a mistake that there's no need.
That is a stupid mistake to make. He's hit the pit wall, darted across the circuit.
Picked up a time penalty, maybe he can get that removed. Maybe.
Well, I don't think so, because from my experiences, that sort of thing hasn't been removed, due to it clearly being the driver's mistake.
Yeah, although to be fair, it hasn't exactly gained him anything now.
It hasn't, but unfortunately, PSGL rules aren't that lenient.
Yeah.
I had a similar incident down in F14, and no, not a chance.
I will have a look. He had penalty plus a warning, so I will
he definitely has to make a pit stop as he's no front wing.
Wait.
He hit the pit wall for sure. He's no front wing.
Oh god, he's lost that race now.
Yeah, that's race win gone. Simple as that. This puts Stefano in a brilliant position because now No one behind is equal to him on pace. Yes, they've quicker tyres, but they also have a lot of cars to get through. Stefano is in a brilliant position now, but he probably doesn't know that Yogurt has picked up damage on the pit exit.
I'd say he'll probably figure he picked up damage somewhere, and then he pits.
Once Yogurt pits, yes he will, but right now he's probably just thinking, right, I just need to try outpace him, but he doesn't, because Yogurt's going to go to 16th spot. Into the pit lane comes Yogurt, and making the first pit stop is what caused all this trouble.
Well, see, he's down towards the back. He'll be last.
He's last. He's 16th and last.
And it'll require a miracle to get him back.
What an incredible bottle from Yogurt. These drivers make mistakes, but that's a silly one to make. If he had spun, it would have been less embarrassing than that one.
Yeah, I suppose we just plain spun and not damaged anything.
If he just spun and lost a few spots, it would have been easier, but now he's a penalty, down to last, navigates the pit exit this time at least, but my god. That is a massive bottle.
Unless, I think he probably just booted it down in first gear.
Probably.
And obviously booting it down in first gear is never the best idea.
No, never do that. Just don't ever do that if you sim race. Just never. No matter what car you're in, it won't go well. So
yeah, like,
now it's a completely different Grand Prix, because the fastest man on the circuit is now last. He has a few laps left. He could work his way back up, but in terms of the race win, that's gone. Get that out of your mind. Just getting points is going to be a struggle today.
With a penalty.
Exactly, with a penalty. And a lot of these guys don't have penalties. No one in the top 9, in fact.
I genuinely do not know. And obviously, just a lesson to all. Never boot down in first gear, no matter whether it's in sim racing or a real life car. It could be a car like this where it's just where you got the pattern shift, or don't really boot it down when you've got a H bar neither. Either way.
That is your driving lessons with Brendan, folks. So you are getting educated and watching a great race here. It's 2 for the price of 1. Safety cars in this lap. Stefano will lead us away. He's did this before. Did it last week in Saudi Arabia.
Yep. He's got a chance for a second race win in a row, and he could be closing into within 1 point of Bjorn's championship lead.
And he's gone. We go racing. It's a really early safety car restart, but it is a clever one for Stefano. We go racing in Belgium for the 3rd time. Marcel has kept with him though. 5/10. It's a lot down the straight, but once the DRS, if he can keep that until the DRS kicks in, that'll be the big game changer. Lakitu is the man on softs. He could win this race if he plays his cards right, if he has the pace, although I don't know if he does, because you have to remember, he has been blessed here because he was the only driver not to make a pit stop when everyone else had. Yogurt is right on the back of Roof Gaming. Yogurt, of course, the man who was leading this race. He's going to try boot it down the straight, get past Roof Gaming. It's going to have to be a dive bomb here if he wants this one to work. We'll stay with it. Can he go down the inside of the Aston Martin? He has gone down the inside of the Aston Martin, and they've made contact, and Roof Gaming is sent off the circuit. But there wasn't much more Yogurt could have done there. It was the best he could do considering the circumstances. Marcel has kept within 6 to Stefano.
He went in there into Bruxelles a little hot, and he's also went into No Name and touched the curb.
Gone in really hot there.
Now to Pouon, he hasn't had a moment there this time, and he'll...
8 laps to go. Stefano almost clearing 1 second, but Marcel doing a lot better job of keeping with Stefano than Stefano was to Yogurt. These guys more similar on pace. Yogurt was just clear of the rest. Lakitu is going to have to get his move on and get past Pro Gamer soon, because he has 3 very talented drivers to get past.
And just so you know, the fastest man in qualifying and the fastest man on pace in the race are not in the points.
Luke and Nick has really struggled today, apart from that blistering qualifying lap that came out of absolutely nowhere. And Barreal is struggling to keep.
I'm not sure if that's a swap.
That is a swap.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually going to be letting him through now. Now, 1.5 seconds Yogurt needs to close, and he probably should start doing a bit of that this lap anyway. I believe this is the last lap there will be before DRS gets turned on.
Here comes Bugatti. He's going to battle it back down the inside. It's the McLaren. Oh, he's around. It's gone all wrong. And Bugatti has did a 360 and sent himself across the curb. Tried down the inside. There was no room there. And it has gone wrong. Gap up the front is still within that 1 second, quite crucially for Marcel. He can start attacking Stefano soon. These two, of course, second and third in the championship. With no Bjorn here for a few races, they could find themselves in first and second. That is Bugatti out of this race, realistically. Because unless we get another safety car, no way is he catching up.
Oh, look, he's gone again.
Well, yeah, that's that done.
Oh, God.
The warm tyres, not good on the McLaren.
It's not a great time for McLaren, no matter where you look. And
they got pole at IndyCar. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I know, but that wasn't your favourite. I don't think it was the goal.
No, it was not. It was not the GOAT award. That is Bugatti gone again. Yogurt almost finding himself within that 1 second gap of Axel, which he needs to be to get onto the back of this train. Barreal is with this train once again, so that little gap that he lost is all back. Lap 16 out of 22. Up Eau Rouge and Radion for the 16th time, and down the straight. This back wing on the Alfa Romeo will now once again open, and now he will gain, and he will gain on the Williams. He will not gain enough though on this lap. He's not gaining enough on this lap, and that is Bugatti gone again, and I presume he's just going to retire in the pits at this point.
I'd say he's had enough, oh god, and he's nearly lost it in the pits as well.
Oh, Yogurt picked up another 3-second time penalty. It is disastrous for Yogurt. That is our second retirement of the day. Oh, crash! Darren Smith in the wall! Darren Smith in the wall through No Name, and he's lost a load of spots there. I don't know if he's damaged or not, but whatever has happened.
Visibly anyway. Although he's a bit wide.
Full lock. There is damage on that Williams, and he has fallen out of the points with a very easy mistake to make. That is unfortunate there. He has crashed and just got blitzed because there's so many cars near him, and he definitely has damage. There goes E1 Baker past. Axel will try to get past as well. He easily will, because that Williams just can't do the corners. Here comes Yogurt though. He's got him in a tricky spot through Blanchimont, because if he goes to the outside, that Williams is going to understeer off the circuit. Is he going to go to the inside? He is, and just takes advantage of the Williams not being able to actually make the corner. He's going to have to try the outside. He's got it done. That Williams dives into the pit lane to just try salvage something. Battle for the race lead. Oh, Pro Gamer, what's happened there? No, big crash on Lesource. Pro Gamer spun, and it looks like Black Box has gone into the side of him, and someone else has picked up damage, and now the front four have all absolutely bolted away, and Lakitu has no one behind him on softs. It was a big mistake for Pro Gamer, and it looks like has picked up some damage as well, because E1 Baker has just soared past him. Change of the lead. Marcel takes the race lead into Lake Home with a fairly easy move. Stefano doesn't fight it too much. Barreal is right behind Stefano as well. Luke and Nick and Black Box. Black Box has big damage. He's just pulled off to the side to let everyone through. Oh, Yogurt's gone off-roading. Yogurt's lost his front wing again. What's gone on there at the AlphaTauri? There's cars absolutely everywhere with damage. And a few of them don't. They're just everywhere as well. It looks like Axel might have picked up some as well. So something's gone on in the lower order of the field as well, as Yogurt is done now. No points for him today.
No, I'm not even sure if you can make it back that way. With a front wing like that, Blanchimont, it turned from an easy flat into
anything but.
Yeah, a hope and prayer nearly.
Here we go though, the top true Blanchimont. Of course, Marcel now leading the race, and he's pulled 7/10 on Stefano. Maybe Marcel has the pace now to lead away in this one.
Honestly, 4 points between these two specifically. It would only become 2 by the end here, I'd say. Although I will check fastest lap here, just for...
Fastest lap has just gone to Toxic Tomato, who's now gone down the inside of Lakitu. He now becomes the top soft runner, and he now clearly has the pace, because he was about a second off a couple of laps ago. He is now up to 4th spot and the fastest soft runner. With these guys all on old mediums, Yogurt has given up. That's in the pits. He has given up from this one. Toxic Tomato could take his first win of the season here, if he can play his cards right. Gap up the front now 3:10, so Marcel's pulling away. Did absolutely nothing on the straights because Stefano gained it all back.
Yep, still got top 3 on mediums. But we have some soft runners here, definitely looking to way back, because I believe some sunlight has come back. You can just see it. As Boral looks like he's a little...
He's struggling with the mediums now. The front two don't look like they are struggling as much as the Ferrari is, and the Ferrari could engage battle with this McLaren. How McLaren would love to be in this situation in real life Formula 1. They're in a great situation in terms of one driver here in PSGL.
Oh, Williams loves to be in this situation as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Alfa Romeo would love Joe leading the race as well, but oh well.
Not very Alfa aren't that far off. They're actually doing alright.
Here we go, Baril now close to Stefano. It's swapping and changing almost by the corner here on who is able to keep up with who. Toxic Tomato is in a great spot now. He is right behind Baril. Baril's made a mistake. Baril's made a big mistake, and he's weaving now to try and keep the McLaren behind of Toxic Tomato. Tomato going to try the outside, which he was trying to become the inside, but it sadly did not. He will get the run. Up Eau Rouge, up Radillon, down the Camel Straight. But Baril is right behind Stefano. This could be a three-way fight. Baril's made a mistake. Baril's made a mistake up the hill, and now Toxic Tomato's gaining on the Ferrari. Is it going to be enough to go to the inside? It will not be enough to go to the inside. But look at Stefano. He's looking for the race lead. He just backs off. There's no need for urgency, but this is a right scrap and will continue for the remaining 2.5 laps of this Grand Prix. Oh, Tomato to the inside of Baril. What a lunge, what a send from the McLaren. That is a crucial move, and this could decide this race. There was absolutely nothing Baril could do there. Toxic Tomato has absolutely said that, and could find himself on the back of Stefano by the end of this lap now. He's on the podium now, although he does have this penalty, of course. He's a 3-second time penalty.
I will just point out one thing. These softs and mediums are going to converge in pace soon enough, because the softs are going to wear out here.
They are wearing out, and the mediums are a lot older still, so it really depends. But I genuinely just think it's going to be who's in the best position here, based on DRS, because look how much Stefano gains in the straight. No matter what Marcel does, Stefano will gain this every time.
Well, see, you might want to hold off a little bit, because obviously you could just end up being yourself open for a last lap overtake, and then you'll have zero opportunity left.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. And here we go. Toxic Tomato is going to be pushing to get past Stefano because he's Baril right behind him, and Baril is arguably closer to him than he is to the cars in front. Up on Rouge and Randy on once again. Here we go for lap number 20. Baril is right on the back of the McLaren. He is going to be going for this one again. Of course, he doesn't want to get stuck behind because Toxic Tomato does have that penalty. Swaps in and out. Look at the straight line speed in the Ferrari. He could almost go for the lead here. Stefano to the inside as we enter Lake Combe. The Williams takes the race lead. Toxic Tomato has managed to defend that position for third. Stefano now leads with 2 laps to go.
Zane has been dropped down to 7th.
Look at Luke and Nick. He's finally picked up the pace today. He got pole. His pace has been nowhere. He's finally picked it up, and now all of a sudden he finds himself on this leading car train. Anything could really happen here. Luke and Nick and Toxic Tomato will fall to the back though, as they do have those penalties. Everybody else on a clean slate and racing.
Oh, look at Luke and Nick. Nearly got the run Lakizu there. I will pull one. It looks like all the soft tyres, he's now come alive. Oh god, that's the Kitu nearly having a moment there, just getting on the wrong part of the curb. But look at Stefano,
Stefano is pushing. Stefano is pushing. He wants to break the DRS and have a clean run for the last 2 laps. That'll be almost impossible to do though. He just needs to gain a 10th. Marcel needs to push this last sector.
He might want to save nearly, honestly. If he can't pull away much now,
if he can pull away 2 tenths through the bus stop, he will do enough. Oh, Marcel's made a mistake. This could be just enough. No, hasn't got the exit. Meaning Marcel will claw right back. But Marcel honestly needs to be careful about this car behind him. Toxic Tomato. Tomato gets another poor exit. Meaning now Baril will be on his back again. Baril tried to get the move done last lap. He didn't manage to. This is the penultimate lap of the race, so realistically, none of these guys want to go for a move. If it's not for the lead, Baril is going to go for it though. As they gain, Tomato's weaving. Baril's going to have to send this one round the outside. He does not have enough. Oh, the McLaren's gone straight on. The McLaren's gone straight on. And now Lakitu could set himself up for a move here. No, he's not close enough, but Baril gets the spot. Tomato's going to have to send one. He's gone around the outside. He's trying, and now he's lost it. He's managed to hold his position, but not a chance he's getting on the podium from here because he still has that penalty.
Luke and Nick having a slide there, although Zane could take advantage because he's sitting right in front of him.
This is going to be a crazy battle for the end because, of course, they all get slipstream and DRS up the straight, apart from Stefano. Who has more battery? It is Marcel as well.
Oh god, I think so.
Oh, look at Nick's off! Look at Nick is off. He's broke some braking boards or something there, but he's out of this battle for the podium or whatever you want to call it for the top 5. Baril has fallen out of DRS. No, apologies, that's gap to the leader. I was going to say he looks very close there for a gap to the leader, but Baril is still in DRS. He could still do something here.
He's got damage. I think that's his race fairly compromised now for the end.
But here we go, final lap of the Belgian Grand Prix, a throwback to season 28, Santeri and Cortez crashed on the final lap going down the Camel Straight. Marcel will try not to do that and will try to take. They're all burning their batteries, they are all pushing to the maximum up Eau Rouge for the final time. Here comes Marcel, he's gonna be difficult to get this one done, you know. He needs all the straight line speed he can get. He's gaining on the Williams. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be really close. It's gonna have to be the outside if it's anything. He is gonna try the outside. Marcel GRZNY, take a bow. What an overtake round the outside of Lake Combe to what could possibly be the winning move in the Belgian Grand Prix. Stefano will get one more go at it, and that will be down towards the bus stop. But my God, you know, Firmao deserves it just for that move alone. Baril cannot get close enough, and these guys have all separated due to the crash of Luke and Nick. That caused a compromise there, but the batteries are about even. Stefano is going to have to send this one through the final sector to get as close as he can for a last lap lunge into the bus stop. How controversial it would be if he could get it done through Stavalo. Who gets the better exit? Stefano gets the better exit. down towards Blanchimont for the final time. Lap 22 of 22. They've did this before. There's been no move into Blanchimont today. There hasn't been much into the bus stop. It could all happen now. Marcel, what way are you going to defend? Says Stefano. I'll do the opposite. It's gotta be the opposite to what he does. It's gotta be the outside into the bus stop. He's got it done! Stefano! What an overtake! Stefano gets it done in the last corner and wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Two fantastic overtakes on the last lap. Marcel's going to be kicking himself. Stefano shoves him off the circuit at the end, but rubbing is racing, and he wins the Belgian Grand Prix. What an end.
I will say, well done. I thought Marcel had that because he had picked his line so perfectly, right around the outside, barely a tip of contact, and it wasn't as if he compromised an exit. But Stefano, he saw the outside. It was given to him there. If you're going to beat, he basically said, if you're going to try and make you beat me via that way, it'll be the harder way. But the harder way, it was still easy enough for him to get done.
Stefano braked about 50 metres too late for that corner, and somehow got it stopped. Whatever he did, he probably said a prayer to whatever God he believes in there just to stop his car, and it worked, because no way anybody else in any other circumstance gets that car stopped there. He didn't even lock up.
I will say, well, that is that was a brilliant last lap scrap. I would say Marcel be kicking himself. That was a real opportunity there to get a statement win and added to the one at Silverstone previously.
I can't believe that overtake. The Marcel one was good. The Stefano one was amazing. But there it was a German 1-2. Stefano takes the win in Belgium ahead of Marcel. The championship lead is now 1 point for Bjorn, and Bjorn will not be here next week either, unfortunately. Marcel takes second. Baril finishes the podium after his Hungary win. It will be Lakitu 4th, Zane 5th, Toxic Tomato 6th, E1 7th, Roof Gaming 8th, Luke and Nick 9th, and Axel will pick up a solitary point for his efforts at the end.
I would say that was a really good race there towards the end. And let's see, where are we next week?
We're at Zandvoort. We're not racing next Monday, it is the Monday after, but we are at Zandvoort.
Okay, so Zandvoort. That will be a short enough lap, and obviously not always on for the overtaking, but it is.
It's the polar opposite to today, really.
Yeah.
Anyways,
home race for a lot of guys.
It is a home race for a lot of guys. That's all we do have time for here in F5 tonight. What another cracker. The last laps in this series are just the best. Thank you for tuning in. No race next week as we said, but do be sure to watch the week after that. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you next time.